Oh, hi friends! Welcome back to Kimpins. We have another episode where... But we're not taste testing today because, as I mentioned a couple of videos ago, I can't remember, we bought a house, so we're like moving, hence the, new location and whatnot. So today we're just talking about why you should watch Mythic Quest.
Just when you thought it was safe to cancel your Apple TV subscription.
No, for real. Just when you thought it was safe to cancel.
Because that's what we were gonna do after Ted Lasso.
2.
Yeah. So
this. Yeah, Apple TV.
Yep.
I see you. I see you.
I would say I think Apple TV is providing more hits than Netflix currently.
I think they have different strategies. It's hard to compare the two.
Well,
I mean, how could you say that Too Hot to Handle is not TV gold?
I don't know, but I do find myself less and less turning Netflix on routinely. It's like Apple TV, HBO.
Also, if you hear any heavy breathing, again, just the pug, just pug. So, Mythic Quest is on Apple TV Plus. It was created by, I wrote it down, Charlie Day, Megan Gant, and Rob McElhenney.
McElhenney is how I've always pronounced it, but I don't know.
Sorry for butchering that. Except yours. I got your name, Charlie Day. It's pretty straightforward.
Because we know you're watching.
Yeah, obviously. Why would he not be? All from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I love Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's really funny. And I don't think Mythic Quest is the same kind of funny. They're definitely different, which I love to see.
Yeah, I think Mythic Quest definitely has more heart than Always Sunny. Always Sunny was like a jacked Seinfeld, where it's like these are all terrible people,
Well, they definitely had some development in
not really
later seasons. That whole Mac coming out.
Well, yeah, I mean there was
classic,
that, but yeah, I mean it's but Mythic Quest I think definitely has more heart, and it's also it's about a game developer.
Yes.
So a video game studio.
So they have the game Mythic Quest.
Right.
The studio is called, they refer to it as Montreal. And I don't know if that's the name of the studio that owns the game or just they're based in Montreal.
I think Montreal is the publisher and then Mythic. Yeah, they never talked about what their studio name is unless it is Montreal. Yeah, none of that matters.
It's kind of a play on World of Warcraft. Yeah. And I couldn't tell you who makes World of Warcraft.
That would be Blizzard, which screw those guys. So the Mythic Quest, the game within the show, it's like a fantasy role-playing game, basically, where players pick a character and they go off. So there's all these different quest lines and things, and whenever we pick them up on the first season, they're about to establish. This is another thing that I really loved about the show. Like the game is in full swing. It's like super popular already. We're not watching like them start to make the game and all that. Like it's the most popular game out there. It brings in things like Twitch streamers, all these things from the video game sort of, zeitgeist, I guess, right now.
Video game world. It stars Rob McElhenney as Ian. We get into that in the show too. And Charlotte Nickdow as Poppy. It has a big cast as well, but a lot of people that I haven't seen before. We've got David Pudi, who we know from Community. But other than that, a lot of new faces for me. They all were fantastic. It
has the incomparable F. Murray Abram as CW. He's the one who sort of he's a novelist, and in the show.
Yes.
But he's from Amadeus, Scarface. I mean, that dude's been around for a while, so it was really cool seeing him in something again.
Yeah. I mean, there are some faces that come in and out too that you will know from other things. Why do we love this show?
I love it because I am fascinated with TV shows and movies and books that deal with an industry or an occupation or just a way of living that is not often portrayed. So, I mean, you're going to love it if you like video games. So, I mean, because it's video games out the wazoo on this show. You're going to like it if you like comedies with heart, because it's definitely one of those. It also has a solid ensemble cast. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those rare shows where I can't think of a bad episode.
Oh, absolutely. I love it. It's short and sweet. We've got 2 seasons. It's hilarious, and I don't know if they've been renewed for season 3, if they're even planning on doing a season 3. I've heard that they're only doing these 2 seasons. Yeah. So it's tight, very tight storyline throughout those 2 seasons. And I love it because I can see in like the corporate, not necessarily the corporate world, but like working in an office, being around people who are creative as well. Like you can see like your coworkers in some of these people, and that's funny. They've got Carol, the HR lady. And in the first episode, David is his character's name, but David is also the name of the actor that plays him. He's having some issues, so they are doing this Ravens Banquet is going to be the new expansion. So it's, about getting that published and out the door, that first episode. And David is the executive producer?
He's like the money. He's the middleman between the Mythic Quest developers and the publishing company.
Yeah, so he's having a hard day because they're not quite ready to push it out the door. Creatives, and it cuts to him laying on a couch talking to someone. I'm like, he's in HR's office, and he's in HR's office, and I don't know. I found that really funny. All the stuff with the HR lady, Carol, she was fantastic.
She was really great. And that's another thing, too. I'm glad you brought that up, Kim, because it has that same... It's been a minute since we've seen a solid workplace comedy.
Yeah.
And it sort of brings back, like, what... like The Office had it, where it's like this kind of, Parks and Rec and things like that, where it's like, it's about video games, but it's also like about the workplace. So
yeah,
I think there's something there for everybody.
Yeah.
Really.
It's got characters that you care about.
Yeah.
In different ways, you root for them at different points. You're like, well, that was a jerk move at other points, but.
And it does the thing that every solid ensemble show should, which I hope Ted Lasso starts to do, where we will have either entire episodes or the majority of episodes dedicated to this character that like you either don't know much about or you think but you really don't. That's kind of, honestly, I think Ted Lasso could take a page out of Mythic Quest's book and be like, we need to do that maybe for season 3, because season 2 I think is already done filming. But yeah,
I would assume so. It's airing. Some of my favorite episodes in the series, they have a quarantine episode,
which is fantastic.
I think dropped May 2020, like very, very relatable, but also it was like funny throughout, and then it had this great ending to it, and so that was just a perfect episode in my opinion. And then they had Everlight, which is their like return to the office episode. That was done really, really well. And was there anything with Carol, the HR lady? I love her.
Standout episodes for me, there was the first flashback episode starred Jake Johnson and Kristen Milioti, and so they meet at like this like game store or something, and it's just
like it's a game store, not a rental place.
And you're watching it, and so it's in the 90s, so automatically I'm like, it's cool. And you're watching it, and you're like, why are we following these people? And then the way the episode ends and kind of comes together, it's like, oh, that's really cool. And then the other flashback episode.
That first one is A Dark Quiet Death, which was the name of their game.
Oh, I thought I said this. It's called A Dark Quiet Death.
I don't think so.
The other episode I like a lot, the second flashback episode called Backstory.
Backstory with an exclamation point.
Yeah.
Backstory.
Yeah, it focuses on a young CW, so F. Murray Abrams' character, and his sort of rise to becoming this award-winning novelist.
The Nebula winner.
Yeah, the award he wins is like this obscure like science fiction
award. I don't know if is it a real award?
I don't know. It might. I think it might be.
Comment below. Let us know.
I don't know. Now I'm thinking about it, I actually think that is. So I take that back. It's not obscure. Apologies, Nebula award winners that are watching. So it's really cool. And then like there's the following episode right after that is another CW focused episode, but it's when he's the age that he is during the show, and it has William Hurt guest starring. It's so good. That, just as with the HR stuff with you, I think those episodes really stressed me out because being a writer, and I was like, oh gosh, like they're talking about all the same thing, and I was like, oh man, You know, so we both kind of had separate, reactions to completely different things in this show, but that are personal to us.
A great 2 seasons. Go watch it. Highly recommend. And any final comments on Mythic Quest?
I think it'd be cool if they released a Mythic Quest game. Like if they straight up like release as like maybe some free to play thing, they can look all janky or whatever.
Well, thank you for watching another video. Thank you for sticking through like the weird blank wall behind us and like the dogs. Next week we're gonna have our new setup in the new house. Hopefully.
Brand new studio. It's gonna be
it's for you guys. It's gonna look pretty much the same. So if you like this video, like this video. If you didn't like this video, like this video. Subscribe, comment below, whatever you want to say. What did we want them to comment below on?
Oh, is the nebula real?
Is the nebula real?
I'm
also
pretty
just
sure.
Like, anything. As long as it's nice. Don't be mean. Nobody likes that. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next week.
Bye.